Welcome to EuroC Sucks, the weekly podcast where we review and critique the best and the worst fan-created original characters from the My Little Pony Fandom. This show is unscripted and unfiltered, so moderate language will be used. As well, this show can be a little heavy on the critique at times. That being said, if you are easily offended, do not watch. If not, feel free to join us for this week's show. This is episode 64 for June 5th, 2015. This week, the other guys couldn't make an episode without me being around, so this week we are throwing together a last-minute thing. My name is Mummified Thunderbirds. I have a blown-out voice, and I am the host and show manager. I am joined by...
Commander Sparkle, assistant project manager or something or other.
Medi Bobo, I'm in charge of gathering questions and viewer interaction, and my voice is fine.
And I'm Smooth Sailing, and I'm the editor.
Yeah! Alright, so I just got back from Everfree Northwest this last weekend, and as you people, I guess, is okay, you people, I guess, will have seen by the time this episode comes out, I have been releasing videos for each day that I was at Everfree. Go ahead and take a look and see what they're all about. I know you'll probably like them. I put a lot of hard work and effort into them.
Oh, fucking Big Ego over here.
No, they're fucking great. Like, you haven't even watched them.
Medi and Smooth approved.
Yes. They like them. I have a feeling Commander will like them, and I
probably will. I'm just fucking with you.
And I know the fans will like them too, because there's lots of stuff going on, lots of things going on, interaction with... I guess actually not a lot of people that have been on the show. I didn't really talk to any of our special guests that much. Or at least filmed them. It's just a lot of me. Anyway, beside that point, fan art this week.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Technically 2 weeks.
Technically 2 weeks. Technically 3 weeks? No, right.
Flat colors.
I like it. It looks great.
It is really nice, even though it looks like Soren's being cut off on the bottom.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're always cutting him off.
Oh yeah, we're always cutting him off.
He drinks too much.
I mean, talking about cutting off and drinking, hey Smooth.
I mean, you spelled my name wrong.
But
This is a really cute picture.
Rosie
Yeah, it's freaking
Posey.
adorable.
I love Rosie Posey.
I love Rosie Posey. I love Rosie's art. It's
I
just-
like your eyebrows.
How would that be pronounced though? Is that Smuffed?
Smuffed.
Smooth?
Smooth.
Smuffed.
Smooth? Oh my god.
Can we a moment for the fact that in 2 separate pieces of artwork, Smooth is making the exact same face by 2 different artists?
Yeah.
Can we make that-
I noticed
Wait.
that. And I
Can we
was
talk
like,
about that for a second?
Wait.
That's odd.
Wait.
The Yox wallpaper and Cute and Sweet by Crafting is Life
Oh my
and
God, yeah,
Fancy
you're right.
Fox 02, respectively.
That's funny as shit.
But I would also like to point out in the pictures of Thing and Thing, or Cute and Thing, that we all have normal like backgrounds, where Mummified has a yellow background, Smooth has a pink and purple background. I have a blue and pink background, but Commander's background takes the cake, being on lined paper.
Yep.
Fuck everyone.
I love it.
That joke. Didn't that start on our first episode?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Yes.
like the joke from the animation is from the Zoe episode, but it started with the first one. Fuck me, that is haunted
The best part that follows that up is Smooth is doing the same face in the wallpaper and in the Cute and Sweet.
God damn it.
But if you also look at the wallpaper as well, you'll see that we all have white outlines, except for Commander, who has a lined paper outline.
I fucking hate everyone. I hate everyone. I like the art. Don't get me wrong, both of you. I like it, but god damn it.
You too. If you did not plan those, what? How? If
What
it
luck?
was planned, it was geniusly executed. If it was not planned, how?
Jelly Bray made awesome picture for Kikyo, and it's got all of us, and it's like a big picture that she made, sort of thanking us, and it is fucking super cute. Can I just say
It
that?
is very
Very
cute.
Can I just say real quick that I'm just like,
I'm a tail. I'm a tail smooth.
I like the different pieces that Turtle Wolf did of Smoth and Mummified, you two, with your, like, Smooth being all... Smoth the Moth, even though it says Smooth Mothling, but it's Smoth the Moth.
Yeah, Smoth the Moth.
And Dragonfied. Dragons are the shit, so, you know. I want to talk about criticizing time because it's got lovely shading and it's cute.
Oh, yes.
It's quite lovely.
Also, I think me and Commander's emotions are mixed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think I'm the upset one, the angry.
Yeah, how does it feel, motherfucker? A year of being called Mr. Grumpy Pants. I'm finally happy about something.
I love the freaking face I'm making in that one. I'm just like, I can kind of get the, I can.
I look so confused.
No, Mummified's like, but guys, we're running over time. We're like, fuck you, Mummified.
Speaking of running over time,
fuck you, Mummified.
let's move on to the episode.
Let's move on.
Let's smooth on to the next part of the episode.
I think you just said next episode.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
we're just gonna.
that was this episode, guys.
We're just gonna-
See you next
Welcome
week.
to UOC Sucks, the weekly podcast.
We're just gonna many bob over that flub.
Oh my god, get out.
I'm commanding you to stop.
Or else this podcast won't be smooth sailing.
Yeah, it'll be just.
We already made a smooth joke.
We're already.
Yeah,
I see our.
I think I'm about to die and I should be mummified.
I see our subscriber
I don't
count
know.
shrinking right now. It's almost the size of a cosmic atom. Anyway, rolling the dice this week. We happen to roll a 4 this week, so that means Smooth gets to go first this week. And our episode titled Passion 2, aka We Don't Know What the Fuck We're Doing.
This pony that I have brought on is Gloomy. Gloomy was born with the ability to see and to talk to the dead. She tries to, because of that, find out why they're ghosts for almost all cases, or I assume it is all cases, to see why they're ghosts, why they're lingering spirits, and to try to help them out and fulfill their last wish. She tries to help those ponies who have died, and she also tries to help the ponies who are grieving the loss of their now ghost friends, or family, or loved ones. So she's basically a medium of sorts.
Between what?
Well, like traditional, digital.
Between two endpoints. A low
Glass,
average.
water. Shitty jokes aside.
Yeah, guys.
Aside along the medium.
I'm sorry. I had to. It's just
When Gloomy was younger, she had absolutely no way of controlling it, and she just kind of saw all of this. She was really quiet and just kind of always staring endlessly into things that aren't there and stuff like that. Like, what's with that? She is not something you want to just be born with. It's not something you want to just grow up with. You want to know what you're doing before having a power like this. It was traumatic to her, basically. Like the fact that she has anxiety disorder because of this. It's screwing her over just a little bit.
Teensy tiny bit.
Yeah. Also, probably made it a little less easy to focus because, oh look, ghosts. Oh look, ghosts.
I gotta be
Hey,
paying
cool.
attention to my studies. Oh my god, you can see me? Oh, you're my only chance to tell my husband who's still alive what really happened. I don't fucking, not today. I need to study. But I'm
finals are tomorrow.
Made it difficult. But as she grew up, she actually lost the ability more and more, and to where she was when she was an adult, it almost wasn't there at all anymore. So she found out how to reconnect using her magic, and when she finally did start to actually help them, the spirits, and the families and such, that is when she got her cutie mark, representing a lost soul.
So, Smooth, what makes you passionate about this OC?
Because I freaking
I love ghost concepts. I like friggin' characters that pretty much dedicate themselves to helping others. I just like this pony. Dang it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can
Nice
definitely
pun.
see that. I like her concept too. I like how it does deal with the idea that, well, I mean, if I could see ghosts when I was a kid, I would probably not be as functioning as an adult as I am right now. It tackles the sixth sense idea, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that would fuck you up hardcore. You wouldn't just be like, I see dead people. You'd be like,
They were like,
I don't fucking want to talk to anyone.
I find it really interesting how she started losing the connectivity to this, and then decided to try to reconnect to it, even though it kind of fucked with her for a long time. I find that very interesting.
She can at least control it somewhat now.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. Fuck. If she
do-
just lost the ability to control it again, that'd be really shitty.
I do like the concept of like she lost it. Is that what you said?
It gradually
Lessened.
degenerated over time.
That's actually really interesting because I can imagine like it's a horrible norm, but when your norm goes away, it's really hard to cope.
At that point, you could feel guilty since you know it's there and they need help.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh,
With great
guilt.
power comes great responsibility.
Oh, guilt. But moving on to aesthetics, I don't know, something about this one. I just love them. Freaking dang it. I swear.
That innocent face.
Could it
I
be the
swear-
fact that this is a great use of black?
Yeah.
It looks almost too dark, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no. It's that perfect black that I think, I don't know. It looks really good.
Yeah. I think it definitely works for this art style and the medium. If it was, I would be interested to see how it would look in like show style to see if it works as well as it does for this. But I think it looks pretty good here. It's not too dark. It's not too light to the point where it's like becomes like more gray. It's still like I can consider that black.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like trash.
It's basically Changeling Gray, honestly.
it is. Wow.
It just...
I
I like it.
like her cutie mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kingdom arc is really interesting. The style of it really, it seems a little bit.
It reminds me of like Japanese spirit concept.
Yeah. We always complain about how the cutie mark shouldn't have outlines around it. I feel like this one almost has to have it.
No, I think
I
it works.
actually
Yeah.
think it's fine.
And given that that's only the second color.
Yes,
Yeah.
that also helps it in this regard, where there is things without outlines, and she did not outline every part of the cutie mark. She outlined the main thing, the most important part.
The one that kind of needs the outline, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can distinguish what the fuck it is.
And that's what I like about that, because that's a really good concept, because it doesn't happen on all cutie marks, but when you over detail something, it's usually when you give something just that little bit extra that it didn't need. Like if this cutie mark had outlines around the two little tiny little things around the spirit, that would have been too much.
Also, I really love her mane and tail.
Oh my god.
They blend very well.
They're very nice. Well
And their
designed.
colors are so good. Oh.
They match in style. The mane is just really cute. Like it's just really cute.
Also, how those eyes pop right out. It's freaking beautiful. The purple isn't even, or the purple of her mane isn't even actually all that dark. It's actually a pretty light thing, but it's still way darker than the yellow, and the yellow just pops so well. It's beautiful.
It does. I just have one issue: is why is the yellow in the irises, or in the white? Sorry.
Jaundice.
I
Kidney
think-
failure.
Or they could the eyes are just kind of confusing me at like how they work.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm not
I can't-
100% certain, but
I feel like if she had reversed what she has right now, it would be a lovely looking eye, where it's white on the outside and yellow on the inside of the eye.
Also, I really love the face, like the muzzle. the way that it's done, it's like there's not too much to distinguish it, but it looks just fantastic. And it gives this really, like, sort of innocent, like, bewilderment kind of look to it. I love it.
So beautiful. And cute.
This is
I haven't
very,
said that
very,
yet.
very
Jeez, what
cute.
is wrong with me? So cute.
I was
Dang
expecting
it.
that to be your first thing you said, man. I just expect that from you, honestly.
Freaking really cute. Everything. Everything.
I just everything.
Wonderful. Well then, thank you, Smooth, for bringing on that one. Then we're going to have to move on to the next one. And I rolled a 3, so that means we get to take a look at what Medi brought. So Medi, tell us all
Okay.
about what you brought to the party.
If people know what giant monsters are, then you know that there's usually something of equal size to fight them. Do people know what Ultraman is?
I don't
The
actually know what
old
Ultraman
ass Japanese cartoon that Mike the Microphone is really into?
Yeah, it's basically person grows into giant robot and fights monster. Well, what if you did that with ponies? You would have a similar thing to Ultramar here.
Ultramar!
Ultramar is a genetic project from the eyelash of a kaiju pony, where she was from a batch of clones, and she has the power to change size at will. She is an adorable little. She's not really there like logically, but she's pretty adorable herself. She fights off giant monsters for the city she lives in. I believe the universe is an alternate universe, so it's not like this isn't Equestria. This is our world. If ponies,
This is like the Marvel Equestria.
yeah, this is Marvel Equestria.
Or something like that.
But the reason she's wearing that suit is because her growth powers are a little out of control, and the suit keeps her within a normal balance because she can grow outrageously large, but the suit contains her to a specific size, so she doesn't cause any quote-unquote collateral damage.
So she doesn't destroy the entire Earth.
Yeah.
Just most of it.
I stumbled upon this comic forever ago, and I love it because it is really well written, with her having her own like banter about things back and forth, like how she isn't allowed to have sugar because it makes her hyperactive, and she also has her own little side characters, like a robotic version of herself named it's either pronounced Pony or Pone, and it's
Actually,
just
Pone.
Pony. Fuck off. And it's basically kind of like an antagonist to herself, or not an antagonist. What is it?
Sidekick.
Yeah, side character is the best way to describe
Not even
her,
close
where-
to an antagonist.
I know. Shut the fuck up, Mummified. No one even cares about your opinion. Anyways, she also does side jobs to pay for collateral damage. Like she is when she is off duty, she is working at a petting zoo, getting petted and fed oats.
Wait, why would a pony be in a petting zoo?
Why wouldn't they?
Because,
Now that
but if it's Equestria, why would ponies be...
no, it isn't Equestria.
It isn't in Equestria. Okay, why don't you preface that there, Medi?
I did.
Did you?
No,
Yeah.
you said it was an alternate universe. I don't think you ever
Said that it was
specifically
not
said it
a pony universe.
If I didn't state it correctly before, this is not set in Equestria. This is set more in like pseudo New York.
was. So being a pony there is actually a really weird thing.
Yes.
Not normal.
Yeah.
Being a giant pony! Well, that's another story.
Well, I mean, like there were It's a weird universe, and I don't really understand most of it, but I like it. Her Dr. Dad, as she refers to him as, was attacked in a back alley by a bunch of muggers. She grew to naturally protect him, and would have chased after them if it wasn't immediately exhausting to grow that large for the first time. She was also covered in second-degree burns. But she healed through them because Ultramar also has a somewhat healing factor, where she can lose limbs and stuff and grow them back.
Oh.
But not like immediately, it actually takes time to regrow and repair.
So it's not
So
totally
she's not
okay.
incredibly overpowered.
Yeah. This little webcomic is probably one of my favorite things, because the artist behind it has just my sense of humor. They make references to many things, and it's one of the funniest things. I always enjoy going here. Like, her arch nemesis right now is the mailman. Because whenever he comes, he brings bad news. And, like, it has an interesting plot, and, like...
I'd say she's got an interesting plot. Hey-oh!
Hey-oh! For a, like, picture-by-picture mini comic, it has some pretty good fight scenes, actually. And as the artist moved on, he also got better at animating. So it's like, you can see from the beginning, where it's just sketches and responses, to where it becomes a full-blown colored comic. And the amount of detail put into it is just... mwah. It's lovely. Mwah. Oh yes, she also has her subtle disguise, which is a baseball cap and a trench coat, which does not fit her because she's not a person. But no one points out. No one points it out.
Is it like a human trench coat?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's great.
It's one of those difficult things to describe for me, but I feel a good affinity toward it. I just don't know how to put it into words.
I like it. No, it's definitely, it's a really interesting, like, world and everything. I definitely, like, I can see where the appeal is. I can definitely see where it is. I've not gotten into it myself, so I don't really have a greater opinion than that on it, but,
I guess I would recommend it to anyone who likes kaiju fighting and, like, anything having to do with giant monsters, because it pokes fun at a lot of those tropes and stuff. Like Ultramar being just like she just doesn't understand how the world works. What's that?
Culturally unaware.
Culturally unaware is the word I'm going for.
That's 2 words.
Phrase.
The phrase I'm going for.
It seems like it has a very good comedic feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's real. It has, from what you explained to it...
It's not real. Jeez, get out of your fantasy world.
It's escapism.
I mean, it feels like a real story behind it. It feels like it's really fleshed out, and it's got stuff going on with it, and it's like, she's got all these powers, and she has faults as well, and it's very, like a well-rounded character in a world that feels, real.
Alrighty, well, moving on to the aesthetics of this pony. I think she is adorable.
Of course you do.
Like, look at this lovely pony.
I just like how she's just looking up in that pose and it's just like...
I don't give a fuck.
I don't understand why I'm posing like this. This just hurts to pose.
How does this make me look French?
Yeah, that looks very uncomfortable.
And, like, you have little things about her, like I really like how her hair is very... It just all fits really well.
How does that hair physically work?
And the little... What's that called? Little hair spike? Yeah, the fringe.
No, that's not the fringe.
That's not the fringe. That's a calic. Not a calic. A thingamajigger.
Kind of like a calic thing. It's not quite a calic.
There are phrases for it. We don't know what they exactly are at the moment.
But it's adorable.
Thing.
And also, not to mention, her suit looks like super... It looks over-designed, but over-designed well. Like, you got little crystals all over the thing, and it's like these really weird patterns, but it all fits because it looks like something from a Ultraman an Ultraman cartoon.
Cartoon.
It looks like something from an Ultraman episode or something from, like, Power Rangers.
It's like a superhero kind of costume.
Exactly.
They're extravagant. I really like her colors, though. Like, her actual color. I mean, the colors of the suit, I mean, yeah, they're pretty good. But I like the way that the, like, yellow and the blue work together between the mane and the coat.
I also like how her eyes aren't some super pastel color, they're just gray.
I love gray eyes.
It looks so good because it's like, yes, I know she's a cartoon horse in a realistic, in a real setting, like in a realistic style, in a real city-esque area, like with people and not ponies. But like the gray eyes just kind of ground her in a pseudo reality, I guess.
I don't know anyone who has gray eyes.
Gray is actually an eye color, though.
Yeah, it can happen.
I guess, yeah.
Like me on my left
eye.
eye.
It's common, but it's more common than purple eyes.
True.
which
Very
are
true.
still possible also.
I think all the colors fit together pretty well. There's nothing that really clashes. Nothing. None of the colors particularly pop out, but it doesn't. I don't think in this case it's not really like nothing feels like it needs to because the character just the whole thing kind of pops.
I think she's super cute. I really love this webcomic, and I'm going to be keeping up with it.
So, rolling the die of fate, I rolled a 2, so that means we get to move on to Commander. This is a backwards episode, looks like.
Oh, backwards, whoa.
Whoa!
Okay.
We're going in reverse order this week.
The OC I brought on this week is Silver Xenon. Silver Xenon's an excitable, smart pony. Sometimes she's a little bit off and kind of, like, not quite there, and this will lead her to doing sort of like kind of stupid things, in quotes, for science. And her partner, scientific like lab partner kind of thing, Uranium Spark, usually is kind of scared by her and the fact that she just does these things, but never seems to get too hurt, too seriously hurt. So she's kind of like, I'll just go with it. It's kind of weird, but whatever, fuck it. She's usually smiling and laughing to herself, and and if she ever gets angry with somebody, she's not actually like, she doesn't get like in your face angry. She just kind of gives you a look like, and then just kind of walks away. Is like whatever. So, Silver Xenon, like when she was a filly, she was really interested in the fact that she has heterochromia, which you can't. It's like very, at least for me, it might be because of my color deficiency.
It's very faint.
It's a very faint.
Wait, she
heterochromia.
does?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, one is more highlighted, or one is more saturated than the other.
Okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
But she was always interested in the fact that she had a slight heterochromia, and then eventually did a lot of research into it, and she was like, "Oh man, this makes me like almost special, yeah." And then she always liked to mess with other ponies since no one could like quite put like a hoof on it, on what made her kind of look off a little bit, because it's so much that like you didn't even notice, but I bet if you saw her, like actually saw her in real life, quote unquote, you'd be
I'm pretty sure that if I saw her in real life, I'd be like, what the fuck?
You'd be like, what the fuck's going on?
I would take a picture of her, then upload it to Facebook. Has science gone too far?
That's science. That's funny. But and after a while, when she did the research on it, she realized that this was a pretty rare medical condition, and then after a chain of events of researching genetics and chemical makeups, the fact that she realized that made her want to start researching genetics and chemical makeups, and then eventually she sort of branched out into a bunch of different sciences, but those are her main interests. And she got her cutie mark when she made her first chemical mixer for a science fair project, which is the whole which used baking soda and vinegar to inflate a balloon, which is kind of cool, and as opposed to basic volcano science fair project bullshit.
Well, it's the same thing.
Ever since she really started getting into a science, she kind of is like sort of that mad scientist who's kind of is really smart, but it's kind of off. And she works on her laboratory studying genetics and chemical makeups and stuff like she sort of started with. So, for why I brought this OC on, there's a couple reasons. I think she's a cute OC, obviously. I mean, I like her. This OC, though, this is, I feel like, what a lot of people see me as. Because
now. Hey, Smooth, zoom in on the hair.
The green and blue pony,
that hair,
really like science.
That hair is those colors are almost exactly mine. And if she had that little curl, I would think that this person actually stole my hair. I don't think they did. But I saw that and I was like, did somebody just take my OC's hair? Not only though does she have similar, pretty much the same colors of her hair as I do, but her talent is what some people have associated with me, which is messing with genetic stuff and chemistry. So I saw this pony, I was like, oh hey,
I like chemistry and genetics, honestly. I don't really care about chemistry all that much. I like genetics a lot. So, seeing someone go so paranoid over something so not able to be seen very well, that makes me happy. Because it reminds me of me, personality-wise.
Why are you passionate about this?
I'm trying to think of how to explain it. It's sort of the fact of how much it, like, almost like reminds me of myself, and how the fans see me is part of what makes me passionate about this OC. And I thought that it would be a good OC to bring on for this episode. I don't know. I mean,
You thought wrong, motherfucker.
apparently. But yeah, no, I think it's the fact of that this. I like the character. She is super cute. I mean, I already mentioned I've already mentioned the fact that the mane and tail are very, very reminiscent of my own. Which, I mean, I like the colors. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah,
I
they're
even the style is similar. Well, I mean, you have the top spike.
Do you mean this, like, the style of how they're created, like they flow?
Honestly, like in the crazy hair, I think you could put that on you and make it, and it would be normal.
But yeah, I like the colors. I like the design. I think that her face is super fucking cute. I like the fact that she's kind of like crazy at times, because I don't know. I could see a lot of myself in this character, which is funny because it's all the things that my character. It's all the aspects of my character that people think of me, which aren't my character, but are sort of things with me at the same time. It's weird. I don't know. It's hard to word it.
You're saying that this character is you and also not you at the same time?
Exactly. It's
weird.
it's like part of me, but not my OC.
That's so weird.
So basically, Commander's passionate about himself.
I am a narcissist, I will admit. You heard it here. I also think that the fact that the heterochromia is just very slight, like Smooth was saying, is just. I think because so many times we see ponies who it's like heterochromia and it's like blue, red, like totally different colors. But this is just slight, I feel like this is probably more common for heterochromia.
I am not a fan of her cutie mark.
The cutie mark is it's probably my least favorite thing about the pony. I don't know what to make for the cutie mark, but.
Well, I mean, like. I don't know how chemistry works. It's better than what I've seen for a lot of chemistry ponies where they just put a chemical formula on their butt.
I don't have as many things to say about this pony as like Medi did for his pony, but I really like her. She's really cute. Are there any other things that you guys want to say?
I really like her palette.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's kind of weird, sort of. I feel like the blue might be a little too desaturated in comparison to its outline, and the green may also,
I can
but
kind of
not
see
as
that.
much as the blue.
Yeah,
The
I
blue
can kind of
needs-
see that.
Or, yeah, just that.
Bring them a little bit closer together. I don't know. Whichever way you want to do it, I don't know.
I'd up the saturation of the light blue. And maybe keep the green how it is.
Nah. I like it though. It's a cute This here. This is a cute pony. See? She's cute. And crazy. And
That freaking crazy hair is so beautiful, by
I
the
love
way.
I love the crazy hair and the crazy face are probably my favorite thing on this piece. She's just like science. Because I like most of the things about this pony, but my one critique is the magic color. Because the magic color is blue, which is neither the eye color or in the cutie mark, which, I mean, you don't have to technically do either of those, but I think it makes the most sense. I think the cutie mark makes the most sense, but, I mean, maybe if you change the cutie mark to have blue in it, that'd be fun. But as
My
it stands
main
right
problem is that it's blue on her blue mane. And the problem with green is also it would be green on green mane.
now...
None of her colors would work right now.
I mean, if you had a certain shade or something, you could make it work. You can have a pony that all of their colors are very, like, pretty much the same throughout the entire character, so.
Yeah. Honestly, how it is right now probably works the best, since it's the blue over the horn, not, over the green. Last
words are, again, she's really cute. It's really cute! Oh my god! Ah! This pony, I like this pony. She's cute. I like her story. She's kind of crazy, and I think that it's really funny. And I would like to see maybe like a thing note of the antics between her and her lab partner, because I think that would be really funny.
Highlight genetics.
Oh my god! Here we go again.
So, thank you, Commander, for bringing on that OC. We now have to move on to the last and final OC of this episode, which is my OC that I brought to the party. This week, I brought on Posh Pansy, a OC done by an artist that we haven't featured that much on this show.
Except
Flashfire
for,
68.
the last OC.
Yeah, except for the last OC.
Holy
Also,
shit.
we have actually featured,
Four?
Quite a few, actually.
To the untrained eye, Posh Pansy, you're like, oh man, this mare, that's a pretty cool color. But like, wrong? That's a male horse, I'll have you know. Colt stallion? I don't know. Anyway, it's a dude. It's a horse. It's a dude horse. Now, much like their other OC, Cotton Candy Crush, the blue and pink Cotton Candy OC, this one also has a very lovely light pink and light pastel green color. But we'll get to that in just a second. We're going to start off with the story of this character. Now, Posh Pansy is a very timid and shy pony, although when they were a filly, they were actually he was very open and friendly with a lot of different ponies, giving flowers to both girls and boys that his mother grew in her garden. Other male ponies didn't like him doing that, so they started to bully him and pick on him to the point of actually making him have to eat his own flowers. And when I read that, I was like, ponies eat flowers. That's nothing weird. But then they went on to explain the fact that eating rose thorns kind of suck and it's not that great. Eventually, the bullying got so bad that Posh Pansy had to tell his older brother Tick-Tock about it, and his older brother helped him not be so timid and shy anymore. So he kind of opened up a little bit more, and eventually he found that gardening was really fun and turned it around that way, to the point where he was actually able to cross-pollinate and sort of make his own version of Poison Joke, which is, that flower is what his cutie mark is. And it, instead of having negative effects, like crashing into things and whatnot, it actually has positive effects. So instead of a poison joke in the sense of like hurting or whatever, it's just a happy joke kind of thing. So, Pansy has developed an immunity to his poison joke effect because he's been exposed to it so often. And his poison joke effect was the fact that whenever they stepped on like the ground, weeds would like grow from their hoof steps. And I don't know if that's necessarily funny or sadly ironic.
Sadly ironic is pretty much Poison Joke half the time.
Well,
not quite.
Most of them are at least jokes, though. That's just the sad irony, but no actual like punchline.
Yeah, that's the problem with most characters that come with a poison joke effect, is that they're just more sad irony than actual, puns on the alliteration of their name or something like that. I don't know.
Why is this OC something you're passionate about, Mummified?
Because it has pastel colors. None of these colors are terribly oversaturated. They're like that perfect soft color that I wish all ponies had. Like, not to say that all ponies need to be pink and green, but they're all like kind of nice colors, and maybe they are a little saturated in some respects, but they work well together. They're not overly colorful. They're not crazy. They're good.
They hit the sweet spot for you.
Boom!
One thing I find interesting and I like about this is, since we brought up how Flashfire 68 or Flashfire made Cotton Candy Crush, who is also a very girly looking or girly colored looking pony, but these are very, very different characters. And I like the fact that Cotton Candy Crush was these girly colors, but was actually a really gruff and tough male character, whereas Posh Pansy is more on the sort of sweeter, timid side, and they both work really well. And I like the fact that they've had both of these types of things for the same sort of very basic, broader idea. I think it worked well here.
So, moving on to aesthetic.
His colors are really cute.
10 out of 10 would hug.
10 out of 10.
The only issue is
I don't really like the teal with the pink. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me for some reason.
Anyways, I don't like the cutie mark at the same time. The more I look at it, the more it's okay, but the less I look at it, the less I'm okay with it.
What?
So if you stare at it, you like it. If you blink, you stop liking it for that millisecond.
I just don't like the idea. I don't like the outline. I think without the total outline, it would work. Where it would just be a flower with the little details and the spot in the middle.
I can see that.
Because outlines are... I don't like them in cutie marks. Get them the fuck out.
We know.
Poison Joke itself does not have outlines.
Very true.
Because it is a background piece, technically.
Yeah.
And not a major object. Because only major objects in the show actually get outlines. Most things. But ponies have outlines. Most inanimate objects do not have outlines in the show.
Freckles look cute on ponies.
Damn straight.
Freckles.
Her eyes don't pop, though.
Is.
His eyes don't pop.
Moving on to final words on this one. I like the color style of this pony. I like how it is able to have a nice pastel feel behind all of its colors without being overwhelming, and having a story that isn't necessarily over the top and ridiculous. It still is a very nice character that I feel like a story can be written out of it and taken further into more well-rounded world. So I really like it. I really like where this pony is coming from, and I am excited to see where this pony may go in the future. Now, moving on from that, we have to go into the final segment of this show, which is, well, almost final section of this show, which is voting. So, we are still going to vote for Best OC this week, considering these are all ponies that we like and enjoy. So, going back in the same order, well, actually reverse order technically to present, where we have Posh Pansy by Flashfire 68. We have Silver Xenon by Flashfire 68. We have Ultramar from the Ask Ultramar Tumblr blog. And then we have Gloomy by Frykey754, sorry. So, going back in the same order we presented it and not voting for the OC you brought to the party, Smooth, who do you vote for Best OC this week?
It's a painful toss-up, but I'm going to give it to Ultramar.
Yeah!
Cool. Medi?
Yeah,
Damn it!
Right?
Yeah,
I know,
see?
right? I like all of the OCs this week.
I'm probably going to give it to Gloomy this week, because they did a cutie mark with a concept I normally don't like, and they got me.
Yay!
Commander?
Oh, God.
I have a feeling I know how this was going to end.
them all, though. God, I like all of them, but I think I'm going to have to give mine to Posh Pansy.
Nice. So, because I absolutely love characters that have a bit of crazy behind them, I'm giving mine to Silver Xenon. So, since this is our passion episode, and it's all ponies that we feel are important to us, and we
all tied.
And we all tied. We're going to leave it as everybody wins this episode, so that way these ponies can actually feel proper and well respected because they each bring their own special, unique thing to the table.
But
now,
you know who really won this episode? Flashfire, because they had 2 OCs that won.
It's kind of true. Just on the sheer luck of me and Commander both picking one of their OCs. But, so, moving on from OC voting, Mehdi, I believe we still have some questions left over that we haven't gotten to yet.
We have a lot of fucking questions.
So hit us up with a couple of those questions.
But first one is sent to us on our Tumblr.
Cool.
By an anonymous sender.
I love that guy.
Out of all of you guys, which would you most vote for to be an alicorn princess of the group?
Yo, this guy right here.
Going back in the order that we've represented.
Are we allowed to vote for ourselves?
I don't. No, it's just like voting on the show.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. It's voting. All right, Smooth. Who would you vote for?
I'm gonna vote for Soren Wants Pie.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rips and pizza sauce.
God damn it.
I'm gonna vote for myself.
I'm gonna vote for myself. I'm a narcissist, like I said.
Shit.
Hey, Mummified, who do you vote for?
Commander?
Yes.
Out of all of us, I think I want to see him as a alicorn princess.
It's official. I am the alicorn princess of the group.
Sent in to us by Rosie Posey. Hey guys, here's the question: who is each of your favorite pony artists?
Oh man.
Ooh.
Now, for just like off the top of my head, I really like Hobbs Maxwell, Leakfish, or
Leakfish is a good one.
Steve Holt for Dark Flame 97 or Dark Flame. The one behind all the Luna blogs.
Alright, Commander.
Okay, I'm going to start off with the absolute end-all, be-all, best artist in the fandom, Ardale. Greatest artist in the fandom. I mean, I don't have to say any more than that. But in reality, I do love Ardale's art. There's definitely a few others. Rain Gear, I love Rain Gear's art. I've always been really jealous of their progress that they've made. Equestria Prevails has always been my artist. So I've enjoyed their style and stuff. And there's Fox and Shadow. I love Fox and Shadow. I think that's good.
All right.
No repeating artists, by the way, guys.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. Well, even though you said no repeating artist, Ardale, and
Best artist in the fandom.
Best artist in the fandom. Hashtag EuroC sponsored by Ardale. Buy all of his. Besides that, I'm also the OC I brought on today was made by one of my favorite artists, Corm or Duncan Ponuts on .tumblr.com.
Duncan Ponuts.
They have a really great style, and also, of course, one of my favorite artists, and they still make some of the best art. That would be Carpet Shark. Oh, and also Xena Warrior Princess. Damn, Xena Lolly.
And for me, hilariously, most of mine are actually lists of people who've had OCs on the show, like Hoof Splatter and McWolfity. Favorite of all time, however, would have to be Halulu, most definitely. Freaking absolutely adorable, I guess.
There's so many more though.
Yeah, it's freaking adorable.
Too many to list.
If you're one of my favorite artists and you know that and I didn't list you here, please yell at me in the comment section below.
I apologize for not saying all of them, but freaking adorable. And
it would take too much time. I love all your art.
And as always, if we said an artist that you're not 100% familiar with, we highly recommend you seek out these artists. They are truly like some of the best out there, and they're just amazing.
We listed them for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we love their art.
Yeah. Also Pixel Prism.
Yes, definitely.
we have another question sent to us by the Skilled Libra. How does Smooth feel about being the only Pegasus pony on the show?
You see, about that, I'm not actually a Pegasus on the show. I'm
What you saying,
Yeah.
Dan?
actually a changeling. Which means I'm doing the changeling thing correctly.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I guess that's true. And they also sent in another question to us. Do you guys like My Little Pony more than food?
No. No, I don't.
Commander?
What food? Just general food?
No,
Probably not.
it's more like Alicorn Part 2 food.
I guess the question barrels down to food or entertainment.
Food or entertainment? I mean, sometimes I will admit that there are times where I end up accidentally skipping out on food for entertainment. So it depends on my mood.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's not worth living on anymore unless I'm happy. So entertainment.
I'm one of those weird people who actually hates food. So it's a little one-sided. However, if the competition was still between food and My Little Pony, I just couldn't decide because I totally hate both of them. But yeah, I guess I'd choose entertainment as well.
Okay.
Obviously, I'd need food to live, but yeah.
With your upcoming species block, do you have a plan for Alicorn this time around?
Plan for Alicorn?
For Alicorn?
As in, or are we having an Alicorn episode?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Unicorn, Pegasus, Earth, and Alicorn are there every time, no matter what.
Yeah.
And that is sent to us by LastCat74.
Well, Last Cat 74, to answer that question, that is a great question. I'm happy you asked that. Now, we'll always, whenever we do a species block, we will always start off with Unicorn, Pegasus, Earth Pony, then Alicorn. Because those are such staples in the community. I mean, you'll be hard-pressed not to find anybody with one of those 4 OCs. Not necessarily one person without one of those OCs, but those OCs in general. Now,
They appear a lot.
anything after that is going to be a little bit up to speculation. Yeah, we've had Bat Pony on each time. Yeah, we've had, like, I think... What, didn't we do...
That was the only other one we did. Both
only
times.
those 5? Okay, well, yeah. And it may fluctuate with, like, other species and whatnot, like Draconicus, Griffins.
It depends on how many we have. That's really what it boils down to.
But we will always have enough Alicorns, Earth Ponies, Pegasus, and Unicorns. So those are going to be there. Unless you see a specific or a shockingly large shortage of a particular species, then you can kind of count those out. But when it comes to, just doing OCs, we're going to do it. Either way, if you happen to look through our gallery of fan-submitted OCs to our show, and you see that you have a particular OC that is lacking in population representation within our submitted OCs, feel free to go ahead and submit them in. If you have like a Diamond Dog, a Griffin, a Draconicus, a Zebra, Dragon, any kind of odd pony that you won't typically see throughout the MLP, OC, Mythos, then definitely make sure you send those in. And speaking of OCs, questions, or anything like that, we have a bunch of links where you can send them in. And Mehdi, why don't you tell us where they can send in those OCs and whatnot?
Well, you can send in your OCs, your questions, and all the fan art if you want to us at yourocsucks.deviantart.com, at yourocsucks at twitter.com, yourocsuckspodcast at gmail.com, and yourocsuckspodcast at tumblr.com.
Also, if you feel generous enough, we also have a Patreon. So, with your generous support, you can help out the show by donating money to our cause and being able to get special rewards on the side as well. Feel free to go ahead and check that out at www.patreon.com/yourocsucks for all the details. Again, also link will be in the description below. Next week, we are starting off our species block proper with unicorns. If you are still on the fence about having us review your unicorn OC, go ahead and send it on in as soon as possible. You have 2 days as of airing of this episode to get it in before we have to record. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Guys, anything else you want to mention before we sign out for the night?
If you also have a Pegasus, Earth Pony, or Alicorn, or all those other species, OCs, know that we will be doing them soonish, so you will have a lot more time and more notice for those species than you will for Unicorn.
Yes. And
Exactly.
remember, we generally record on Sunday, so you need to have them in before Sunday of the week, or of the one that you want.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure that you
Be
get them
very
in
clear.
before. Yeah, before Sunday if you want them on the following episode. But that's not necessarily a guarantee that if you get it in by that Sunday, is that you'll get on the episode. It's just more
But
more
if it's
probable.
after, it's a lot less likely, unless we fuck up, which
Yeah.
happens.
It happens sometimes, like with this week.
Like last week.
Like this 2-week period.
Because I'm not around.
Not because of you.
So, because I am the glue that holds this show together, I am going to be signing off. So, once again, my name is Bonfire Thunderbirds. I've been your host, and I've been joined by...
Commander Sparkle.
Medibobo.
And smooth sailing.
And remember, your OC sucks.